Not sure what happened, but we're back. GJ has activated. Are we back? Okay, yeah, we're back. All right. All right, so we got an alert. Oh, and look, GJ activated and EJ is back here at the area that I said I was watching it at. All right. Where were we? We were at on USD CAD. All right. So USD CAD is pushing higher. USD CAD didn't give us a high. Sorry, it didn't run liquidity. USD CAD didn't run liquidity. It looks like on our weekly. Huh. I need to check something because I gave out a USD CAD sell signal earlier, and on my broker, hmm, okay, no, it was just at the 50%. I could have sworn it broke, ran liquidity, but it didn't. It still gave a nice entry. Because it broke structure here, right? Created a gap. Price came back up into this order block, actually went lower, and then created another gap. And hit 50% of that. I sent a signal off of this balanced price range right here. I want to see price come back and retest this and then go lower, especially since I have GU and EU buying. The market, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock. Okay. Had a tight stop loss, which was that swing right there, and TP down to the low of the CRT. So I'm going to set my alert. Because we're still waiting on this to activate. And let's see. GJ is currently moving through. All right, it's a possibility it could come right there. Alrighty, so I got all my charts marked up. I have my alerts set. Oh, let's see. Let's check on the dollar. Let's check on the dollar. All right. We got all this consolidation. Price came from this gap, pushed up, couldn't quite hold, came back down, pushed up, and now we have filled this imbalance. It has not quite hit 50% of this order block yet, but it did run the highs on the monthly. All right, so we have turtle souped the weekly candle, which is what I trade, the weekly CRT. Let's mark the high and the low and 50%. And this is what we want to see since we are buying GU and EU and selling UCAD. So it looks like price is coming down on the dollar. Oh, and we have a gap right here. So it's a possibility that it could come down here to this gap before continuing higher. My low is off. Hold on. Alrighty. All right, let's see what other gaps we got. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right on the 50%. We have a balanced price range. So beautiful. Beautiful. We can get what we want for EU's definitely. EJ. EU. EU's definitely gonna touch TP. EU has a gap above. Does GU have a gap right there on the daily? Yep. GU has that gap right there too. Okay. So we're definitely holding. Definitely holding. Okay, so let's bring it down to the hourly. Let's walk through this beautiful trade. If you could trade the dollar, price ran liquidity. It came out of our zone, came back into our zone, broke structure. I count my structure points. It has to lead us to a higher low, right? So this led us to one. This led us to one. This led us to this one, which led us back down, which led us back up. So this is our breaker, our last structure point, and price broke it and created that gap beautifully. This, I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect. It couldn't have been more perfect. I stopped scalping once. Um, Shout out to my mentor Tracy and Rex and his group. Once he showed us the CRT method, I was scalping on the H4, which is the same thing, right? If you want to scalp, you mark up the H4 candle before the time that you're going to trade. So if you're trading a New York session, you'll mark up the 5 a.m. for 4-hour candle. You'll mark up the high, the low, and the 50%, and then wait for price to go outside of the high or the low, and then come back in, break your structure, give you a gap like this, right? I just recently stopped scalping because I have been marking this up and forward testing, and it's just it's beautiful. Like, it couldn't be any prettier. When it does what it's supposed to do, the trade is perfect. The trade is perfect. US 30 this week. I need to move these. Hold on. US 30. NAS, SPX. GJ, EJ, EU, GU, Gold, USD, CAD, dollar. Okay. US 30 showed us the prime example of, like, I thought because majority of the entries happen on Tuesday. I missed this because I was waiting until Tuesday. I will no longer wait. This entry happened at 11 o'clock and then came back again at 12 o'clock. It gave us two entries, perfect entries, and then went on and hit TP. This was the trade of the week for real. Kudos to that. EJ also. EJ also gave us our gap. Came back in, gave us our gap. It did that nasty looking spike, right? And let's see. With stop loss being at the low. Let me zoom all the way in. All the way in. So y'all can see this. Depending on your broker and how your broker does spreads, you might have gotten taken out by spread. But look what it did. Stop loss would be here because stop loss is at the low of the candle that created the gap. It came so close, but it did not hit stop loss, which is why I actually was still in this trade. I got out. I TP'd here at this gap right here. And then it continued to climb higher and hit the 50% perfectly. So starting on Sunday evenings, I'll be live. Gonna do my markups and then I'll come back Monday to see if I can find an entry. Monday, Tuesday, whichever day I find my entry, and then for the rest of the week, we will track the trades. Okay. Let's see what's GJ doing. GJ is doing what GJ does. Alrighty, so that is all of my pairs. I'll be back tomorrow. Market open. I'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 Central Standard Time and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I will not remark my charts. We'll just do a quick look to see what could possibly happen during New York session, and then see what happened during a London session. Well, let's see. What time is news? Yeah, news is at 8:30. So I'll be here like 15 minutes before news, just so that we can see what happens at news. Because I do want to start back journaling my news, because the market, it does the same thing over and over again, right? Alrighty. So beat me back here tomorrow. Don't meet me, but beat me here. Be waiting for me to go live tomorrow before news, and let's catch these pips.